Hi everyone, this is Chris. Thank you for joining me. In today's video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make some pieces of jewelry, or you can also use these because it's very easy and it's elastic. You can use them for your hair as well. I've just moved into another place and I've discovered some broken jewelry. I had a lot of beads leftovers from other projects and I decided that I was going to use them. This one used to be an elastic for my hair, but now the elastic is completely broken, but I still love the beads. I think they're absolutely cute and it's great for the season. So I might do another one, kind of identical, but for my hair. But you can also make it as a bracelet, or can use both, or make it coordinate to have your bracelet and your elastic, hair elastic, and they will both be look-alike. They would both look alike, I'm sorry. So I'm going to show you how you can make this one. You don't have to have the same beads. It's very easy to do and use your leftovers or pieces of jewelry. So what you will need obviously are some beads and also an elastic. This one is crystal clear and I really like these because you don't see them that much. And before using them, always test them. You stretch them out and you make sure that they come back in the same position before you stretch them. That's the best way to know if your rubber band or elastic is good quality. And never buy one that is yellowish, because if it's yellow, that means it's really old and it's going to break apart very soon. So buy one that is completely clear. And it's always good to stretch them before using them. It's going to make your life easier. So that's what I usually do. And for the length, I usually, because here I'm going to use it as a bracelet, I usually go twice over my bracelet just to have enough wiggle room, and then I cut it. So I already have it here, and I would also recommend using some kind of fabric, or here I'm using felt just here to make sure that my beads are not going to roll everywhere on my table. I'm going to lose them. It's going to avoid you a lot of headaches. You will also need some kind of glue, very quick drying glue. Some other people don't like using glue and prefer using nail polish, transparent nail polish. Why? Just because depending on the brand of the glue, what can happen, and maybe you should do a test first, is that the glue, because it's really strong, is going to eat the plastic. So it's going to make it more fragile. So give it a try. Use a little piece of your elastic, put a piece of glue, and make sure that it's not breaking afterwards. If it's not breaking now, I don't think it's going to break later. Okay? I prefer using glue because I think it's stronger than using nail polish, but that's what I prefer. Make a test and see what you prefer later on. So because this piece here is going to be my central bead, I'm going to feed it through my elastic here. I'm going to feed it through first, and I think I've got, so what you have here is just a different way to use it. You could pass them through all the holes. I think just doing it this way is going to be enough. I don't really need to put more because I've got two other holes here. I don't really see the point. So I make sure that this is in the middle. Doesn't have to be perfect, but in the middle. And now I'm going to start beading my beads. So I've already chosen the design I wanted. You saw it first in the beginning, I mean. So I'm going to use here these spacer beads because I think it finishes the bracelet really well. Let me come a little closer, and sorry for my fingers. I've been using ink all day long, and even though my hands are clean, they're still stained a little bit by the ink. So I'm just going to feed this on one side. And if your bracelet is really complicated, if you're a beginner, I would recommend doing one side and then the other every bead, so it's even on both sides. Because my bracelet is going to be very simple, I can do one side and then do the other. Always make sure that you have enough beads to do this. Oops, this one is stuck there. And it's really easy to do, very simple, and you can make so beautiful things with elastics. I don't like elastics for necklaces, but I do like them for bracelets. And you could make these, of course, for little girls. That would be beautiful with their favorite colors. I wanted something that was fall-like. I have 1, 2, 3, 5 beads here. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And you could use another central point or just avoid it. But for your hair, that would be beautiful. And if you have enough beads, I still have some more beads here. I don't know if I'll have enough, but if I do, I will try to coordinate this with a for my hair. And you've got a lot of good beads on AliExpress or sometimes in some craft stores, depending where you live. Here in my local craft store, I don't have a lot of nice beads. It's always the same that you see, so I prefer to buy them online. If you live in the United States, there's a great website that I use to buy my beads on, and it's called Fire Mountain Gems. They have a huge amount of beads and for excellent prices. I would really recommend you checking them out. And if you have any questions, you can call them. They have also a very good client policy. So yeah. So once it's done, I'm going to make sure that it's going to be big enough for my wrist. So what I do is I take my 2 threads here and I'm going to make 1 knot and a second pass here. I twisted it twice. Okay, let me do it again. I'm going to make, like if I was doing a knot, once and twice. Okay, now I'm going to pull and I'm going to shut it like if it was finished. I'm just going to make sure that it's not too tight but not too big, and I can see here that it's a bit too tight, so I'm going to have to add another one. So I'm going to spread this apart and I'm going to add this one now. Just 1 bead should be enough. And I'm going to do the same thing. 1, 2, and I'm going to give it another try. Let's see. Yes, that's going to be good enough. I don't want my wrist to be, or my bracelet to be so tight that after a while it's going to hurt my wrist. I need my blood to still go through, so that's fine. So now the important part is how to finish it. Because you have done already your 2 kind of, not loops, but you've passed this twice, you're gonna keep on doing this and completely try to shut it. So depending on the tutorials that you will see, not everybody has got the same technique. So if you had smaller beads, this knot might be too big. So what you can do if you think it's going to be too big, because we're going to tie another knot above it, is you can go once. This is just 1. And then above that one, you can do 1 or 2. And if you don't want to see it too much, or if you had bigger holes, you could glue this in the bead, in the hole of your bead, so it would disappear completely. But I don't think my hole is big enough. So right now I have decided that I was going to do just 2 loops, 2 single loops, and I think it's going to be enough. That's what I'm used to do. But again, you have different tutorials that will tell you different things. I'm going to use my glue here. I'm going to pull these 2 strings again, and one in this hand, in these, between these 2 fingers, and the other one here. Just want to make sure it's tight. Try to open it with my fingers. I know that if you're alone, it's not that easy. And then put a dab of glue there. And make sure, when this is dry, that you put glue also in the inside to make sure that it's going to stay there and not move. So again, here you can leave it alone. I'm trying not to glue it on my beads, but that could be another solution, but I think it weakens your bracelet. So I'm just going to stay like this for 2 minutes because it's a quick drying glue, and just keep on holding tight to both sides here. Try not to move too much because you need to keep the glue in place. And when it will be dry, I'll come back and show you just the easiest way to finish it up. Okay, so it has completely dried, and as you can see now, you don't see it. It's really tiny, and I'm just going to use regular scissors here, and I'm going to come very close, the closest I can, and cut my 2 elastics. I really need to go in there and see what I'm doing. There you go. I think I could come even closer. Yes, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I still need to cut a little bit. No, it's okay. That's fine. And there you go. And now I can use it because it's completely dry, and I can use this as a bracelet, or I can use it also for my hair. Because I like to have, because I have very fragile hairs, I don't like to use these skinny rubber bands. I prefer to have something like this, but I think I'm going to keep this one as a bracelet actually. I'm going to use all the others that I have here, and maybe these 2 as well, and I'm going to make something for my hair because I really like that. Look at that. Something very simple. I have these 2 spacer beads here, and I could probably do something with this, and maybe this one even in the middle. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make, or maybe it's gonna be too much if I put these 2 as well. But something like this might be nice. And do I have other, no, I don't have any other spacer beads. Maybe, no, I think I'm gonna do something like this. So you see, with very little, you can make something absolutely gorgeous. I love these colors. They're gold, there is orangey color. It goes perfectly for this fall, and it's cheap, because you can use your broken pieces. So I hope this video was helpful and useful. Please give me some thumbs up because it does help my channel, and also subscribe and hit the bell button to get all the notifications, and share on social medias. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye-bye.